Really, we're pretty close here. We should be able to add 3 lines of code, three coding blocks, and really wrap up this game and make it something that works pretty well. So, I'll also levy a little bit of a challenge for you guys, when we get this done. So here's what I'm gonna say. So right now, we've got our backdrop switching and, switching to that backdrop 2 when we're done, and then our characters hide. But the problem that we saw in that last video is when we flag again, our characters don't show up, so that's a problem. So here's the solution to that, right? When backdrop switches to backdrop 1, our original code, we now need to make sure that we include a show block in there so that when we switch to that backdrop 1, our characters show up, right? And we need to add that for our sprite 1, and we also need to add that for our sprite 2, right? And I'm going to actually add it. I added it in the wrong place. I'm going to add this right under the go to block so that my character goes where I want him to before he shows up. And actually, now that I think about that, I want to add that after the point in direction block too, so that he looks the way I want him to before he shows. Okay. If I go back to my cat, you can see this little code here, this go-to code, I actually want to include for my cat also. I want to make sure that my cat appears in the very center of the screen every time this game starts. So I'm going to make this go-to, and I'm going to make my X position 0 and my Y position 0 as well. So it's going to start right in the middle of the screen. So now I've added this go-to block, I've added show blocks, and when I flag, my characters should show up. They do, and they get tagged. It goes to the tag you're it. And now I can hit flag again and the game works again. And I can dodge this crab to the best of my ability forever and ever. Now, here's the challenge I would levy. You got a game that works right now, right? You got a game that gets to the point where everything works. What I would say is think about how you could add a little bit more code to make it so that you don't have to reach outside of the game to start this game over if you wanted to play it again. So that's a little bit of a challenge, but right now you've got a pretty good self-contained game that gets you from the beginning to some action, make that tag, and then you get to an end screen, which is again what we're looking for. So way to go, really proud of you. Make sure you save this, right? So we go to File and Save Now. And then the other thing to do is make sure you get that screenshot, exit ticket. Let's see what your programs look like. Way to go, guys.